Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa, and for today's video, we are just gonna be doing what I kind of consider an old school makeup tutorial, where I just do my full face of makeup, tell you guys what I'm doing, and bring you along for the whole journey. Since I primarily do voiceovers for my tutorials, I figured that we'd kind of switch it up today, have a little bit longer of a video and hang out and do our makeup together. I have a couple of newer products to me that I figured I would try out today, and then I figured for the rest of the products, I kind of force myself to reach for products that I don't use a ton here on my channel. Not that I don't like them, but like I have things that I like better, so I tend to reach for those things over and over again. So I figured I'd try and make myself switch up today and use some products I haven't used in a while. So yeah, I am really excited. I hope you guys are too. And without further ado, if you want to just hang out and do your makeup with me, then let's just go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so for the first product that I reached way back in my drawer to get this morning is the Tatcha the Silk Canvas Primer. Oh my goodness, you guys, I remember that this thing was all the way hyped up when I got it, and literally, I don't know how much you can see, but I've used a decent amount, but not enough to like warrant the price that it was. So I am definitely trying to make myself like use this bad boy up and get through it because she was expensive. I know they came out with like a liquid version or whatever that I do really want to try because it's supposed to be like better for oily skin than this one is. I don't have too much of a problem with this primer as long as I use it sparingly, and obviously if I know I'm not gonna like spend a bunch of time outside. But I don't know, it's just, I don't know, not something I reach for. Like, it's not a bad primer, but I have other ones I like better, and I do prefer ones that are in like squeezy tubes or pumps just in general. But yeah, we'll see. We're gonna use it today. It does smell so good though, I will say. It smells absolutely amazing. I do love that about it. Alrighty, so next, before I do any foundation or anything, I think I'm going to use a few liquid products because most of the time I reach for a ton of powder products. I think today, do I want to use this? Yeah, why not? I think I'm going to use this little Rare Beauty blush I have right here. This is in the shade Joy. I did a whole review on all of these things, and I can link them up here for you if you want to know my thoughts and opinions on them. Let's just do, and don't be alarmed, I know I do quite a bit, but I just don't feel, and maybe it's just the minis, that they give me what I'm looking for when I use just like one dot like I've seen everybody else doing. So I'm going to use a brush, my finger. Yeah, why not? Maybe I should use a brush, Jesus. All right, on top of that, I am gonna use, I don't know how long I've had this little bad boy. I don't think I've ever used it, but it's the Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance with hyaluronic acid. I think it's just like a little liquid highlighter. I have quite a few little highlighters, but you know what? I think we're gonna use some of this today, see how it works, because I don't think I've ever tried this product before. So I'm just gonna, put my finger in there and just pop it up here on my cheeks and see how this goes. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna use this little brush again. Moving right on along for my foundation today, I'm gonna be using my Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have the shade Warm Beige. This has lasted me eons because this is primarily like my summer shade. Is it gonna match me today? I'm not sure. I don't know how dark I was when I bought this, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put it on. If I gotta mix some other things with it, then I'll mix some other things with it. It's a little dark. That's okay. You know what? Maybe if I just drag it down the neck, you guys get it. I do really like this foundation. I remember when I first got it, I was like, sheer genius. First of all, it smells amazing. I love that. It wears really pretty because it does have like a light kind of radiance to it that seems to work very well with my oily skin. I will say the hard thing for me is I'm mindful when I wear it because in the dead of summer, like, it's not bad for me, but like it can get a little slippery, if you know what I'm saying, just because you know, of the dew. It makes my dew look a little more intense. For my concealer today, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This one's in the shade Neutralizer. I've gone through a couple of these in my time here on the tube. These are really nice. Let me get that going. This is a pretty new one. Get some product up in there. All right, so now for my powder, I'm gonna use this bareMinerals Mineral Veil powder. This is in the shade Original Mineral Veil. I have this little sample of it. I used it when I did my full face of like tiny makeup, which I'll link for you guys up here. That was such a fun video to do. And I actually quite enjoyed this powder when I used it. So I am going to use it again today. It's interesting because it has like a salmon-y tint to it. I don't know how well that's gonna, hopefully you can see that right there. But it's got like a salmon tint to it. And I was really impressed that I actually thought it was quite nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this today. All right, let me see what bronzer I haven't used in a hot minute, guys. Let's see what I used today. Ooh, I haven't used my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in a while. I mean, can't get it open. This bad boy, she a little dork. Let me see what I got going on. All right, so with this, I'm gonna use a stippling brush. I love using stippling brushes with these powders like this that don't really have a lot of kick up. And I feel like it kind of makes it where the powder goes on smoother on your face and doesn't look really weird or patchy. The way I like to do them is I kind of like stamp them on my face like that, like as you can see. It lightly builds up the product, so all of a sudden you're just not like, wow. I put a lot of bronzer on because this does look extremely dark in the pan. There is a way to get kind of heavy-handed with that, so I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna kind of bring it into my cheek and kind of put it everywhere. I'm not really using this as a contour, more just to bronze this whole area. Make sure you get up in that hairline, my friends. As Manny MUA would say, I'm back and the brows are filled. So we are gonna continue moving right on along. So for my newer products today, and I think these are really and truly only the newest things that I have, so we shall see. If not, then I can't remember squat diddly. But my mom picked me up a few different like little palettes that are new to me. I'm not sure how new they are truly in general. So she got me 2 of the little bite-sized palettes from the e.l.f. MintMelt collection. And so this one right here is called Chocolate Mint, and it has like deeper brown shades over there and like a little neutral brown, and then like a champagne shimmer, and then like a pop of mint shimmer. And then she also got me this one called Mint to Be, which is literally like a matte mint shade. This looks kind of like a gray greeny color, silver, and then like a true kind of like green mint shade. And then she got me 2 from the Wet n Wild color icons. So this one right here is in the shade, or whatever you want to call it, My Lucky Charm. So there's this one. When I first saw this, I was like, you guys know I prefer more matte over shimmer shades. But honestly, you guys, this blue and this like olive green are kind of sickening. So I was like, you know what, Mom? Yeah, I'll give it a try. You might be right about something there. And then this one right here is called the one in Sun Days. And this is pretty much like a neutral. The colors in here are really pretty. So I've actually never tried any of the Wet n Wild ones at all. And so I'll be interested to see kind of how they perform. But for today, I kind of want to use like the one that was reaching out to me the most was the Mint to Be, and that is because I really want to see how the mint shade kind of performs. Lately, as I'm sure you guys have seen, I love doing just like one color all over the lid, really blowing it out. I think it's really pretty and really fun. And so I want to see if this shade allows me to do it. I will say, you guys know, if you've been with me for a minute, I love the e.l.f. Bite Size shadows. If you haven't been with me, then you don't know that, but now you know. My 2 favorites are Carnival Candy and then Hot Jalapeno. I've done looks with both of these. I'll put them down below for you guys. For $3, you guys. Excuse me, that's my coffee coming back. Anyways, disrespectful. For $3, you guys, these shadows are insane. And so I'm really hoping that this one wows me. So this is the one I'm gonna use today. I'm super excited. I hope it works out well because I don't have like a mint green shade in my collection. And so we're gonna see how this works. Pretty decent amount of color payoff. Let's just start, you know, popping it on here. I also don't know how this is good, like this shade will continue to look on me as I get darker, because it is pretty light on me. So just in case you're not familiar with these do get quite a bit of kick up in the pan, as you can see. Kick up isn't something that really bothers me, but I know that it does bother some people. But again, they're $3, you guys. $3. Wow, look at the color pigmentation coming back on me. Here we go. But for $3, I'm like, it'll be all right. I am not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little nervous at how the pigmentation of this shade looks on my skin. I think I'm getting a little dark for it to do exactly what I want it to. I mean, the pigment is there though, but I just think it might be a shade that's a little light for me to do this to it. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna start putting some of this on the bottom to see how it would look just by itself. So we're just literally gonna, just like this. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not sure that I'm loving what's going on. It doesn't look as intense like down here in my real life, but on my viewfinder, it looks a little insane, I'm not gonna lie. So I think what I'm gonna try and do to start kind of semi-saving this a little bit is I'm going to take an M506. I'm gonna start dipping into this like darker greeny shade because I don't want to take it to browns. I think I want to leave it pretty green. So I'm going to take this shade right here and we are going to start, and this shade has probably the most fallout of anything I've seen. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, look at that. But I'm going to see if I can get this shade to kind of do a little salt over here. Oh, that's kind of an interesting shade. Let me see that. Ooh, okay, that's kind of pretty. It looks almost like, I know I said like a gray green. It's giving me kind of like bluey gray green vibes. I know I just literally added one extra shade in there, but it's actually very pretty. So what I'm gonna start doing is literally buffing this. I'm not gonna keep this like too below the crease. I'm gonna actually let it kind of go above the crease a little bit, just since we did something so blown out already that I feel like you can't just keep it too close, because I don't want to add too many shades to this look. I want to keep it as simple as possible. And then of course I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring it down at least on this outer portion down here as well, so it helps connect. I really like that color though. Wow, and it's already just kind of, as you guys can see here, even without having the shape fully done, it's already bringing a lot more life to the look, where I think it's not looking quite so like, girl, what did you do? So I'm just gonna pop this on here. For this one, I am knocking off the fallout just because it is a darker shade. And I'm just packing it on. I'm probably gonna bring this a good 3/4, about halfway in on this outer portion. And then just lightly kind of feather it out up here. All right, so I'm already loving how this looks way better than with just the mint shade by itself. For technique purposes, just so you guys know what I was doing, I literally, every time I put this shade down, I would pat and then circular motion. I didn't want to windshield wipe this, so that way I could kind of keep the shape how I wanted. I find if you windshield wipe, you tend to consistently drag in, drag in, drag in, and you won't just kind of stay out on the outer portion. So literally for all of this movement right here, it was just circular motions to keep it kind of where I wanted, but help it blend. I then took the original brush I used to just kind of help blend it in here. So then the last thing I did when there was literally no product left on this brush was just take it from this outer portion and lightly windshield wiper it here, just lightly above my crease, almost to the front of my brow. And that helps keep my shape nice and round, and also not make it look like it's like mint green and then like a deeper blue. It helps kind of fade it in just ever so slightly. It's a technique that I love to use, especially when I want to drag some of my color on the inside, but I still want to keep the inner portion of my eye looking, you know, awake and open, because the deeper of a color you drag in and down, the more like closed off your eye is gonna look. And so I love how this is looking. I do think I want to pop on some of the shimmer, just because I feel like I want to help keep the eye open a little bit more from where it is at. And I think I'm definitely going to use this one right here. This green one I feel just looks like a little too green for what I've done today. So I'm just going to grab, where's my little brush? Okay. I have this, this Luxie 141 mini round brush. I love this brush for doing like detail work right here in the center. And so I'm just gonna dip into this shimmer shade. No fallout on that, that's really good. And I'm going to start popping this in this portion. So I'm going to do inner corner. What? Oh, that's a wow, okay, it definitely has a good bit of like green reflex. I'll zoom you guys in a bit so you can see. But then I'm actually gonna drag it this way into the crease. If you guys can see, I'll bring you in just a moment. Into the crease to kind of meet some of the work that I did. And I'm gonna bring it down here and really round it out as like a true inner corner shade. There is a good amount of fallout kind of happening around the area, as it is pretty dang glittery. I'm gonna switch to like a patting motion. I'm gonna bring it down here and then again continue, and I'm actually gonna draw it right here onto that true inner corner like that. Wow, wow, it's kind of an insane shade. So I'm gonna pop it right here in the center of my eye, and then lightly drag it up to the crease, a little onto the lid here so it kind of fades. The crease almost where it goes to where you can see that like dark blue color stopping, almost where it goes like that. Get a little right here, just blending. And then see if I can drag it right here, but less. Yeah, you guys, can you see that, you guys? How like it's like hugging the waterline versus down here I let it get a little large, a little droopy. I like the way that this looks better than it hanging down here. I'll see if I can kind of clean it up here in a minute. But so literally just running it right up till about the inner third of my eye there. And again, I wonder if we can, you know, pop a little bit of like spray on it and see if it kind of intensifies that right in the innermost portion. Ooh, yes, okay, loving that. Okay, boom, lashes are on. I really like these. I definitely think the look could have had no lashes, like I had my mascara on and I really liked it that way, but the lashes are also really nice. I just feel like they are taking a bit away from that shade, so like, do I kind of wish I didn't wear them? Yes, but I put them on, so I'm not taking them off. You live and you learn. So I am gonna go ahead and pop on some setting spray. I'm gonna use this little tiny Smashbox Photo Finish Priming Water. Heaven help me. And we're gonna use this because I am just trying to get through this little bad boy. Alrighty, so from here, we're gonna do lips. I pulled out this little Tarte's lip paint. This is in the shade, I know it has a shade name on it, Rosé. I love this little lippy, and I forget that I have it because it's a little mini, but I think I'm gonna see if this color will work for what we've done today. Oh yeah. I do this to like lighten it up just a bit. I was gonna use Nars Chelsea Girl, which is an oldie but a goodie, but I have this I Love Satin one. Let's see what this one does first. From ColourPop. Oh yeah. Should've went with my initial thought. This is way better. guys, that is all for today's video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the makeup look, you guys, because I'm actually really impressed with how it turned out, because Lord have mercy, it was a journey to get here, but it always is with me anyways. You guys know this. Also, I would love to know if you would like to see more makeup tutorials done like this one, where I kind of do it in real time, talk you guys through what I'm doing, give you all my little tips and tricks, or do you prefer to see my voiceovers that are, you know, like a 5-minute video? Just let me know your thoughts and opinions so that way I can bring you guys exactly what you want to see. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you did like it, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!